Okay. So now what I will do, I'm starting the new Power BI. Power BI. Okay. So let me start here. Right. So on the screen, what I can do here is let me open the blank report. Okay. So now we don't have any data. Now we are going to study how we can get the access or how we can get the information from multiple type of data sources. And this will help us to understand when we are working on real-time information. In every department, the data might be available on SharePoint, might be on Oracle, might be on SAP, might be in Excel, might be in MS Access. So all this data at end of the day, we have to prepare the dashboard and we have to send it for the decision making team so that we can see the performances, we can see the results, we can see the outcomes. Okay. So let's start with the first option. I'm going for the get data. Now we are working on a file called CSV, comma separated file or comma separated values, which we are using, which we call it as text or CSV file. So what I will do, I'll go to get data, then I will go to text or CSV here. After pressing on this CSV, it will ask me like, where is your source file? So when I open that CHO2, which was our previous copied data folder, so I selected countries.csv. After selecting it, and as soon as I click on open, okay, you can do the same. So you can go to get data CHO2. Okay, so this is how the interface come. Again, I'm showing you for your clarity, the same thing, text or CSV, get data, text or CSV. And you have to go to your desktop. You have a labs folder. You have to CHO2, which is your folder where the files are available. Select your countries.csv file. Okay. If it is not showing there, also you can make it as all files. Then you can select countries.csv. If you feel that there is no extension for your files, you have to change one setting, as I shown you before also. You have here option file name extensions. Okay, this is in Windows 10. For Windows 11 also there is an option view, and you will change that to show extensions or hide extensions. Okay, if you hide
Mahmood,
extensions, yeah.
Mahmood, for me, CH02,
Mm,
the file which is showing is country list and countries only.
correct. Okay. Yes, because you have selected text or CSV, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that time it will show only two, because those are the only two possibilities which we can add here.
So can we select the countries?
Yeah, we are selecting countries this time because we are using now what CSV. This
Okay.
is called CSV.
Okay. So
Okay.
done.
If you want to see more files, what you do, text files, all files, you will see all the files.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we are targeted with CSV. So it is showing only countries. Select it, open.
And load.
Okay. Load. So here, before loading, don't you have clicked already, I hope. No problem. Before, if you have loaded, also no issues. Just to see on my screen. Here there is option. There is a one option called delimiter, and here data type detection based on 200 rows. Means every data has certain type of information, maybe number, maybe date, maybe the whole number, maybe the decimal number. Based on that, this data type will be identified and applied to the columns. And what is delimiter is? Delimiter is a separator for the text. If I'm opening that file, let me open this countries file. I'll open with the notepad. Open with notepad. When I open this file, you see what is the separator here in the file? Comma. You see there is a comma separator. If I put this in the place of comma, if I update this one with another separator, example, let me go to edit and I will say replace. I'll replace this comma with a semicolon. Now I use semicolon here. I say replace all. Now, if we see this is updated with semicolon, I'll save this. I'll try to upload into Power BI again. Cancel it. Again, I'll go to get data, text or CSV. Countries, again I will open. Now this time when I open this file, you see now this updated with what? Semicolon. Got it? So this is
Mm.
called a delimiter or a separator. Sometimes some applications like you can say SAP when it is exporting the information, most of the time it will separate the data in terms of JSON file or it will give a file in the CSV. If that has a separation which is not identified, then you can use custom and you can give your custom separator. Okay. So, but now I know that it's a semicolon, so you can use semicolon directly. Okay. And then load, it will go directly to your data. So this is loading now. Yeah. So this done with what? A CSV. Okay. CSV file has been completed. Okay, now comma separated file we have done and we have used that file and we have used the data from countries. Now there is one more thing called countries list, if you remember, right? When you go to get data, text or CSV, I'm selecting text or CSV. Now we already added countries. Now this time please select country list. Select country list and click on open. Now this time you will be having the tab space. In between the text, we used a tab space. And here
Load.
also, you got the same, right? You all doing the same thing. So use the tab space and click on load. So now you will get the country list. In the right side, you all see that this is adding whatever the data source file we are adding. So it will,
Yeah.
yeah, it will group all the list at one place. So delimiter is a separator. Okay, so this is a delimiter is always a separator and which will allow us to fetch the information. Okay, next one, we are going to see now another file extension file, which is called XML. So what I will do, click on more, click on more. Again, I'm showing you get data. You have to click on more. Okay, so you will go to the file here, all in the left of the panel, all, and you can see in the right panel, you have XML. XML, select XML, which is an extensible markup language. So what is this file and how this file looks like? We will see one time the view also. So here, if I go to this file, colors, this is JSON, okay, and yeah, colors table. This is XML, okay. So how I can know if I move the mouse, you can see this is showing us. Okay, let me do one thing, properties. Okay, you can see here .xml, .xml, okay, and I want to open this file into a notepad. This is an XML file. So XML file will be in this format. So this is a root element and these are the columns. So in the columns, this is a parent element. This is a column ID, color ID, and color. This is color ID and color. Now, what this will do, this colors will be the column name. I mean, the table name will become a colors. Okay. And this all will become the columns. Color ID is one column, color is one column. Okay. And here the spelling mistake is there, but anyhow, it's okay. We can even modify if I want. Now, what I will do, please continue the same thing. Go to get data, more. This is the second time I'm doing it. Select XML file from here. Click on connect. And here you will be seeing now only one file, colors table. Only one file, which is colors table. So select this file, click on open.
Just 1 minute. Let's go
Get data,
get data more
more.
all
Then you will select
XMLs
XML. Okay.
and then color table.
Color table. Yes, colors table.
Yeah, done.
Then you will get a navigator window. You will select this colors and what we have discussed like color ID, color, all will be shown here. Then again, load. So now we have added three different types of files. One is the file of
Load is not coming. Why?
you are getting what transform data.
But nothing is highlighted. Load and transfer data both are un unhighlighted. We cannot select.
Means it is grayed out. Okay, you can do one thing. In the left side, there is a colors table. You have to check box.
Yeah, okay.
When you check it, then automatically that will show you the highlighted.
No, still not.
Still not. Okay, let me try once again. Okay, let me open the file more. I'll go to the same file, XML, connect. So
Yeah,
colors table, open. Yes, now I will do here, select
it
this
came.
box.
Now it
It
came.
came. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, sometimes it will take time also because um, see, there are many recommendations also. Okay, I didn't told you that, but I will tell you one more thing. We have one more topic, one more application called as Tableau, which will be similar like Power BI. Tableau. Okay. But if you are familiar with any one of the tool, either Tableau or Power BI, you are enough to do the data analysis. You will be a data analysis developer, you can do it. Either, but what is the difference is Power BI is from Microsoft and Tableau is from Salesforce. And Power BI provides a even the free licenses for the users who have Azure or any Microsoft based subscriptions. But the Tableau is not like that. We have to purchase the subscription. And there is one thing, Tableau is more faster when compared to Power BI. Now you should not think that it's a drawback. No, Power BI is also faster, but we have to certainly we have to follow some recommendations. Like example, now we got some issue that is a common issue, that is a known issue only. It's not like it's not loaded for you, but it is a common issue. Like in Power BI, the memory requirement is very high. When the requirement of the data is very high, it will take time to load. That's the reason Microsoft has suggested that whenever you have the huge data, you have to filter it, divide it into multiple queries. What is that we are going to see soon. But just remember, there are two types of applications, Power BI and Tableau. Both have the same provision of analysis. Okay. So what are those, how it will behave and what are the differences we will see soon. Okay. Right. Let's go to now. We will be going to access now Excel file. So we already added colors, countries, and country list. Now, if I click on model view, what will happen? I will get all these three files, correct? See, if I click on model view, you see there are three. And you see they have some relationship. Why? This
Oh
relationship
my
is
God.
auto. Yeah, this is
Where it
country
was
ID.
click? No, how
Here,
it came all these three? We have to
here,
click.
here. Model view,
Okay.
model view.
Model view. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay. And this is our table view for seeing the data from each file. And this is our report view. Okay. Now we have to add some more files. Again go to get data. Click on Excel workbook. Excel workbook. Now this time select invoice and invoice lines.
Excel workbook.
Invoice and invoice lines. Select invoice and invoice lines.
Uh, Labs H2.
Lab CHO2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go to the get data or Excel data.
Both are fine. Even you can directly type Excel workbook or get data because this is Excel file.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So invoice and invoice lines. Okay. Open.
Invoice and invoice lines. Just click open.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, from here we are having the data. So we'll select here invoice lines, invoices.
So we select two.
We select two worksheets. Means
Two
now we are
worksheets. Yeah.
going to, yeah, these are two sheets in Excel file.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Then click on load again. Okay. So
Yeah.
now if we try to
Fine.
understand, yes, now what happened? All the data from multiple data sources we have added here. Now we got the data with the different types of connections also, correct? Now, if we
Mm,
see, this file is separate. These two files are separate and these two files are separate. Okay. Now, what is the main requirement here is why we need to prepare the relationship. See, to prepare a relationship, what I required here, you see country ID column. Here also you have country ID column. So it is connected. Here we have client ID column, but here we don't have client ID, but we have what? Invoice ID connected. Now,
Hmm.
to connect countries with invoices, I should have some column which is related to country ID or country name. Then a connection will be created. Same thing, colors also same. Now, the question comes here is why I have to prepare the connections. If I don't do, what will happen? Now, the answer is when you prepare the dashboard, right? We have one dashboard before which we created, which behaves like what? A dynamic, right? A dynamically we are able to use the dashboard. The only reason is the data is whatever the data we are showing in the dashboard is from only one sheet. Okay. And if your dashboard have the data from multiple sheets, the only condition is you will be having the similar type of dynamic approach only when they have the connectivity between them. Okay. Let's suppose now what I'm saying is preparing a dashboard using countries and country list. And I have a dashboard with invoices and invoice lines. Let's suppose if not, I will create here only. Let me take here countries. I'll take country ID and country name. Okay, both are done here. And okay, so this is done. Now next one, what I do, what is this column name? Country local. Okay, now I will be taking a country list column here. I mean, I'll just dragging and dropping out. Okay, country ID again, again country name. Okay, so this is country list column. Fine, no problem. So let me do one thing. If not, I'll delete this. I'll delete this and I'll take a table. Okay, and in the table, I will add a country ID and also country name. Okay, this is a table. This is separate. This is separate. Okay, but these two have the relationship, right? If I click Germany, now see that is moving. The map is moving. Agree? Right? It's moving. Now what happened if I consider I will prepare another table also. I will prepare another table. I'll put here invoices, invoice ID, sale price, line item, stock ID, something. Okay. If I click here, okay, nothing is affected in other tables. Why? There is no relationship. You got my point, right? If there is a relationship, suppose there is one country ID column. If I select this invoice ID, automatically it will affect the remaining dashboard items also. That's the reason we will work on relationship soon, but just for your understanding, I'm telling you, whenever we are adding the data from the different data sources, it's not the complete job. The complete job is what? Once adding the data, we have to prepare the relationships also. Okay. So hope you understood about the accessing of different information, correct? Now let's do one more thing. I have a SharePoint. You all have SharePoint, I hope, in your office, right? So what I will do, I'll go to my SharePoint site now. Let me open this SharePoint site. Uptake Doha, Uptake Doha dot SharePoint. Okay, fine. So I came onto this site and I'm trying to get some information about any one of the site demo production. Okay, files are removed. Fine. So what I can do, I will prepare one list. So I'm taking some list which is already available from the um, existing file. So existing list. Mm, Let me take employee onboarding. I'll take this template, create. Okay. So this is my employee onboarding table. Okay. And I will add one item here. Let me take one item, something like test one, test description completed week one. So just a sample, something I'm writing like this. Okay. Okay, fine. I'll just click on save. I just want one data item. That's it. So now I want to take this employee list, means this employee list value into my table. So what I can do is I'll go to, okay, let me take this one to my Power BI. So how to do? I'll go to my Power BI. So this is how you all have to do when you're working on Power BI. So blank report. Now I'll go to get data from the SharePoint. Okay, I'll select here like online services. So we have SharePoint online list. Okay, I'll select it. I'll click on connect. If you want again, I'll show you. See again, get data. I'll select more. Then here I have selected here online services, SharePoint online list. Click on connect. Now it is asking give the site URL. So this is my site URL. Okay, so okay, then I'm clicking on OK. So this is asking
Sorry,
use
what
an
was what
hmm,
was that one and two?
versions,
The one with
versions. Yeah, it's a version of access. See, when I selected 1.0, I'm not getting the view mode. Means it is a
okay,
advanced version. Like 2.0, I can get all the lists. You can see retrieve all columns from the list. Retrieve the means in 2.0, I have this opportunity, but in 1.0, I don't have that option like this. Okay. So better we will go with 2.0. Okay. So click on OK. Now what will happen is now it is asking, see, you want to log in with anonymous. So generally we don't do anonymous, right? So we will always log in with our account. So here another account. Oh, and connect. Okay. From see this all are what lists that are available in my application. Okay. So from that I have used I created one list. What is that? Employee onboarding. If you remember, I created only one item in that. Remember? So when I click on load, that item will be loaded into my SharePoint list. Now you can see that. So I will be having the item, I mean that library, the list, sorry, the list which I have added there, and I can fetch that information here. Now you see, this is onboarding, employee onboarding, and it is showing me all the columns. And I have only one record here, if you remember, right? So this is how you can fetch the data and again you can work on the reports. You know, generally like we can upload the data here, we can create a document library. I'm not going into more into deeper into this, but remember, if you want to have a library, you can create a library. In that library, you can upload your all Excel files. Through that, again, you can provide the access. Suppose I can upload the file here. I can go to car sales. I can upload here. Now what will happen in this car in this library? I'm going to have this car cell. This car cells again I can access into my SharePoint, sorry, my Power BI. Okay. So like this, we can generally work on it. Fine. So this is about the SharePoint list connection. Okay. Hope this is fine with you. So no doubts on this, right? Everything is
Yeah,
fine. Now let's one.
I
Uh,
sorry, I have like two questions. One is
Uh-huh.
when you did the get data, when you did
Uh-huh.
get data for the SharePoint thing, there was one option for share or something like SharePoint folder this year before you went to online services under
Yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Is it the same feature? The on
No,
instead of
no,
going
no,
to
no.
online
N-
services.
this is same feature, but that is list. You are targeting on the list. This is your
Okay.
targeting on the folder. Folder means document libraries.
Okay. So
Document
if we have our
libraries.
Excel sheet in a
Yeah.
SharePoint folder, we use this option instead of the link copy
Folder.
pasting here or something.
Ye- Come again. The last query you said what? If you
Yeah.
have.
So if my data is in a SharePoint folder,
Uh-huh.
instead of me copy pasting the link like you did in that field, I should
Mm-hmm.
select SharePoint folder option when I do get data, or I still do go to the
Yes.
online services and then do it.
No, no. You can do with the folder. Now you can see when I go to the folder, I have only one folder there. Okay.
Mm,
You see now what is the folder name I created? Test.
mm, mhm,
Okay, so this it is showing me that you have only one folder here, and this is a folder. If I click on load, what will happen in that folder? In that
mm,
test folder, I have which file? Car sales.
mhm,
That file will come here. You can see now if I go to just wait URLs. So that file will come. So folder in the sense like a folder and list both are different parts. Both are not same. Okay. So if I go to the query, so this is my file and enable load. Okay. If I go here now, let me go to the date created hierarchy. It's not taking it still. Okay, fine. So let me try again with another option now. Uh, We used what now before? We used online list, right? Connect. So this time the problem what we have to do is when you are pasting the URL, you have to paste along with what? Your folder name. So where is my file? I have to go to the file. Okay. What is my folder name? This is my folder name, right? Test. Okay.
mhm.
So I have to go to this folder and I have to copy this file, this one. Then click on OK. Now what it is saying, invalid URL. Yes, this will not come. Right, test. So I have used only test, not all items.espx. Okay. We encountered problem. Item title not found. Okay. It is targeting on the list only. Okay. So fine. So more, I think we selected folder. Your folder. Where we have SharePoint folder. Yes, here. So I'll give the folder path. Okay. Now I'm giving
Mhm.
the folder here. Okay. We encounter resources. Says not found. Why? Generally, this is my root site actually. We should have two sites. Uh,
No,
I
it's
don't.
okay. I just wanted to know if there was a difference between the online
Yeah, yeah, there is a
services
difference. There is a
SharePoint
difference.
and the
Yeah,
folder.
because see, this is a folder. This is a list. I mean, this one is the list.
Mm,
SharePoint list means only list, not
mm.
folder. This is
Okay.
folder. See
Okay.
here, import metadata and links about files in the SharePoint folder.
Mm.
And
Okay.
if you go here, this is only SharePoint list. Import data
Okay.
from a SharePoint list. Okay.
Okay.
And also there is one more option. Let me just gather it 1 minute. SharePoint. This is SharePoint list. This is also list. Okay. This is going for on-premise actually. This is only the one which is going for online. 1 minute. Let me try once again. Now I'm taking the online. Okay. So let's try this. I'm taking this again, and we will be selecting here, retrieve all the SharePoint list. Click OK. And from here, we have what car sales, right? In the, okay, display options. Let me try once again. I think we have to prepare here the folder name. We have to give the folder name here. Let me try this. Okay, give this and just remove these two options. Then click OK. So now car sales should come here. But this has a problem. Okay, anyhow, there is some issue, but the only thing is it should come automatically there. Okay, Aptech Doha test API web list select ID. It's not coming. Okay, I don't know, but we will see on this one later. Okay, now no need to work on this. That's okay. Fine.
No problem. Yeah.
So yeah, right. So the next one is we have to get the data from MS Access also. Okay. So how to get the data from MS Access? Now we will see that one. I'm checking something else also. Okay, so how to get the data from MS Access? That is also one database. Now go here, again click on more, get data, more, select here access database, access database. Okay, this is a database file. Okay, then click on connect. Now you will see client database.accdb. This is a file name. Okay, so this is access database file. So this is a client database which we can access now. If I click open, now what will happen? The data from the access database will be loaded here. So click open. Now you will see that file here. I hope this is a similar steps. You no need to worry. Don't select client subqueries. Always remember whenever you are selecting the list, you have to select this type of icon data only. So this is a list. So folder, this is a folder. So generally like now when we are accessing the data from SharePoint also, so the only concern is whenever you are getting the information, we have to be sure that this data is available in a folder and from where we are accessing. Suppose if I go to list, I have the list already available outside. Okay, where is the list? So what I will do, I'll go to site contents, right? So inside a site contents, we have this list ready available. What is the list name? Employee onboarding. And if I go to test, I will be having this file. Inside this test, I have a car sales. Now the reason why it is not accessing that also we have a issue. Let's see anyhow. So this is a copy link. Hello. Okay, let's do this. Right. So this is how generally we select client list and transform data. Now the database file will also come into your Power BI. See, I clicked on transform data. Okay, I clicked on transform data. Now it went to transform data. This is my previous one where we have the car sales. Okay. So this is coming from where SharePoint. If you see here, optechsharepoint.com, it came there. Now let me try. I clicked on binary. Okay. Now it has created one table. Okay. I clicked on the table again. Okay. Now it came, I think. Now this is fine. Close and apply. So now we have to see one data from car sales, that is from SharePoint, one data from MS Access. Now let's see if it works. Okay, so this query one, client list, this is from where? This is from our MS Access. This is from your SharePoint. Okay, so how to know this is from SharePoint or not? You can go to again transform data. You also learn about transform data. Don't worry. I'm going transform data coming outside you again. I will take you all on there, that place. Okay. Don't worry about that. So this one, this is a client list. Okay. If I go to the properties of this client list, okay, then, okay, go to data source settings better. Data source settings. And if I see here, this is a client database, which is a client list. Okay. If I delete this, if I delete this connection,
Uh,
okay. So it is coming where clients database.ac. This is what my SharePoint connection, correct? Now I want to delete this. I can delete this. I will delete it. Let me delete this. Okay. Now I will go to data source settings again. There is no connection, if you remember. Before there is a access connection, right? Now this connection is from what? SharePoint. I fetch which data? That car sales data from which file? From the file name, the test folder, sorry, from the test folder. If I click on close and apply, and you can see uh, how to modify this. You still have a columns. Sorry, I didn't modify that. I'll go to the, you all will do this one. Okay, don't worry. We will do all this one again. You see there is a use first row as headers. If I click on this first row as headers, now this will become headers. Okay. Now I'll go to close and apply. Now this will update. See, now you understood about the feature of transform data. Means through the transform data, you can modify the information, you can delete the information, you can delete the files. Now you see all the data came. Okay, so this is how generally it will work, right? So we studied now what we have done, how to bring the data from text or CSV, how to bring the data from Excel, how to bring the data from XML, how to bring the data from SharePoint. Remember, SharePoint folder is on premise. Okay, you know what on premise, right? This is on premise and this is also on premise. This is only online. If I select here SharePoint folder, I'm selecting that data. It is not accessing it. So only list is working. SharePoint list is working where you can provide the information about the file path. Then it will access. So don't use these two. You can use these two if it is on premise. You can use this one if it is online. This is the only difference. Okay. Now I will access one more file type called JSON. Okay. Now go to get data, then click on JSON and click on connect. Now this time we are going to use JSON file. JSON is a JavaScript object notation file, which is also one type of export extension from different types of data sources. Okay. And we can use this file here also. See example, I'll go to the JSON, how it looks. Let me show you that. So when I open this file, oh, it's opening in Phoenix. Okay. Let me open this file in the notepad. See, this is a JSON file. Okay. JSON file, whenever is starting this square brackets, we call this as an array. And these are the column names. Okay. These are the column names. So we are not into the coding. We are not working on this, but just remember this is JSON coding. JSON. Okay. So JSON coding also will be available to access that or import that data into Power BI. So select colors, click on open. Now what will happen? Your JSON file data will be available here. So try that one, select JSON and apply it. You are using any SQL Server databases in the office?
Not us, no.
not
No.
not much.
Okay, fine. That's fine then. Right. So now another query comes to us. The query is something like this. Let's take one example. I have here two files, colors 01. I have five files here. I have colors 02, 7 to 10 files. But you see column names are same. And here also the column names are same. The query comes to us like this, like every month I'm collecting the information of the production team or the development team or the product or the service or anything. Every month we are doing that, like January, February, March, April, May, June, like this. Okay. Now what actually we want to do, we want to combine them. Generally in Excel we have a topic called as consolidation. So using consolidation we can consolidate multiple files and we can use them. That is in Excel. Now if in Power BI, now I have these five files in the first file and the remaining files in the second file, but I want them as one file in my Power BI. That time what we will do is Now let's see, again we are doing now those type of files, and remember all the files should be identical. The extension should be identical. Text files means only text files. Excel, only Excel, like that. Okay. So now I'll go to get data. Now you go to more here. Select folder here, folder. I'm waiting, get data, then select folder here. After selecting the folder, you will click on connect. Okay. You will be, again, I'm showing you, you will go to get data, then we'll go to more, and we will be selecting from here folder. We'll be selecting folder and click on connect. And now it is asking where is the folder path. It is in desktop ch02 file, right? Desktop labs ch02. I have a folder name called multiple identical files. Please do this one. Do as it is. Done. Okay. So select multiple identical files, click OK, and again OK. Now it will open a new window showing all the files. So it is showing, you see there are, it is asking us, there are two files, colors1.txt, color2.txt. What you want to do? You want to combine. If you say combine, it will merge. It will prepare as a one file. If I say load, as it is, it will be stored. If I click on transform data, it will go to the window where we can modify the information. Modify the information, okay, not combining. Now I'll combine here. Click on combine. Now there is an option here, combine and transform data, combine and load. I want combine and load. I don't want to do any changes in the data, just combine and load. So select here, combine and load. Okay, now it is going to give us one file with all the 10 records. Okay, right. Now it is saying sample file. What is your first file? I will select my first file is colors1.txt. This is my first file. Now, why I'm selecting first file? Suppose I have 100 files, but first file is my source file. I mean source file in the sense my January month file. Remaining files are like February, March, April, May. Those are the files which are the remaining files. So when I select one as my first file and when I click on OK, all the files which are in the same folder will be merged into colors one. So I click on OK. Now you see now what will happen. Now this is evaluating, transforming the files. Now let's see. Okay, now if I go to colors, now you will see, okay, here, I'll go to colors. You will see now all the 10 items are here. Please try that and check in your computers. Okay, done. If you have done it, so this is something like what you have almost done. How you all saw like how to access the data from different types of interfaces. Even you have like a web. If I have any web API, you can bring from web API also. there is one website. I'm not sure whether it is working or not. What is that called? Exchange. Yeah, currency exchange software. Okay, let me take free API, free uh, currency exchange API. Okay, let me take one more from here, anything. So I'll take this one, exchange rate API. This, this is XC, Alpha down, C, X rates. I'll take this one. This is fine. See, I went to X rates. Okay, they have some APIs. Okay, what I will do first, I'll take this X rates. I'm fetching from web, not from API. I'm fetching from web, so I'll select it web here. I'll put that address here. Okay, I'll go to advanced, right? Uh, okay, so click on OK. Now it is asking us how you want to log in. I will say anonymous login. Click on connect. Yes, sir. If you have query, you can tell me. Yeah. Okay, so this is the only query. When once it is completed, we will stop this one. So let's say now I have some tables here. As I told you before, also we are just looking into the tables, right? So I can select here. See, I selected table one. It is showing me the USD with the different currencies. I can select table two. Okay, this is like this. Table three, table four, and this is for table five. Okay. So different columns we have. So what I can do, I can even select any table which I like it. So I can just click on load. So where we can use, suppose I have a dashboard, I'm designing for some customers. They want to see the today's price rate. Okay. So that time they can directly go to that table. Okay. They can take this. For example, I'll take here. Let's consider some table, whatever we is flexible for us. I can take the table. I can drag this data. Okay. Let me take the currency column, currency, euro and GBP, USD. Okay. And this is for uh, Australian dollar. And this is for Canadian dollar. Okay. So here you can see these are the different currencies, but for which target we got that also needed, right? So how to identify based on this, we will identify. So this is showing on US dollar. So if I want this one to based on Qatar, so you select here Qatar. Okay. Now, based on the Qatar, it will show the remaining the currencies will come on based on Qatar. Currency calculator. Okay, let me show you now Qatar. So this is for Qatar. So I'll copy this. See what I'm doing. I'm going here again. So let me delete this first. Then I'll go to the data source. How to go to data source? Home tab, transform data. Okay. Just give me 2 minutes. We'll stop after this topic. Okay. So here I'll go to data source settings. And then you see now X rates is already available. Okay. I want to change this data source, right? So what I can do is data source, edit permissions, delete. Okay, I deleted the permissions from there, and I will take the new source web. I applied. Actually, you no need to do this one actually because it is not taking that action there. Okay, so it will prepare another confusion. So now what I did, I just went to new sources. I added the source again on basis of Qatari Riyal to Euro. Okay. So table one, this is okay. Table two, let me take. Yeah, now this is fine. So for Qatari Riyal in terms of Euro, it is like this. Yeah, one Qatari Riyal equal to 0.2357. So here it is showing in this way. This is Euro or USD, but this is based on Qatari Riyals. Okay. So this is how we can do it. Let me show one more thing. Modeling. Okay, fine. All right. So here, what we can do, we can stop here, right? Let me stop the recording also. Yeah, fine.